Hey everybody, I'm schmerkadabur, and welcome back to This is the Police. Today, I am a very grumpy schmer, and that's because I actually recorded several episodes of various games, including this one, and it turned out that there were audio issues. And, when you use a Game Capture HD like I do, it's very difficult to tell whether there are audio issues happening while recording. And I think I've got them fixed now. I sure as fuck hope that I have them fixed. But what has happened in this game, at least, and hopefully I won't have to have talks like this with all my other games that I'm playing, that I actually had to, in order to get all of the content, I had to go back to a previous checkpoint save. And I lost a few days in this. And although this game is not totally random, it has enough elements of randomness in it that things are going to change around when you replay it. You're going to succeed in some things, you're going to fail in some things. Different characters, your different officers and detectives are going to do things. And I think that the cops are really, really upset with me right now because of the way that I replayed through a couple of days. So things are just a tiny bit different. It's not super significant, but I'll point them out as I go. I'll probably have like a different amount of money than I had before, slightly. I will have different officers, and as a for instance, Higgins is no longer the guy who has to die. It is indeed someone else. So we're gonna go ahead and go to work. And okay, so Sugiura did not come to work today. That sucks. Oh, but she's the only one. So that's actually not the worst. Good. Great. All right. So let's go ahead and start the day. We're going to skimp out on the music today because today is serious day. We want to get stuff done and hopefully do it in a similar way that I did before when I recorded last time. I tried and failed, actually. So here's the thing. Today, unfortunately, it's got to be Kojak that dies, and that's a real bummer. It's got to be, let's see, before we do anything, let's go to the police station here and to the backlog. So it's Officer Kojak now instead of Higgins that is threatening us, and that's not the worst. Kojak and Higgins are pretty close as far as professionalism goes, so I'm not losing much there. But we're also gonna kill Robbins and Chavez because, let's see, is there... It doesn't look like it's in here, actually, which is kind of a bummer. But I sent them out on a TV thing, and they made some complaints, and City Hall is going to call me and say, I want them off the force. And I've got no legitimate reason to fire them. So I'm just going to kill them. It's going to be great. Here it is. We hear your employees got on camera and said all sorts of rubbish to discredit you in the Freeburg police. We had to put pressure on the TV studio to close down the show. From now on, keep your chatty little monkeys over there in check. And as for Chavez and Robbins, I want them gone by tomorrow. Well, you got it. They're gonna be gone. Freeburg police failed to detect the appearance of a famous serial killer, so they want us to get rid of all of our detectives and get new ones. That is simply not going to happen, City Hall. We've got this automatic weapon. Let's share some with the staff, and let's share some of these pharmaceuticals with the staff as well, because we need them to be happy. We need them to be happy because they're about to drop a bomb on us. And in fact, since my snitch is dead, I think that I'm going to need to hire a new snitch as well and make sure that nobody fucks with me. So we're going to make Adams here the snitch. She's going to do a great job, I'm certain of it. And we're also going to throw a little barbecue for some people. We're going to throw a barbecue for Van Dahl, because he's been here for a real long time. Who else do we want to send to a barbecue? How about Anderson? And maybe one of our detectives? Weinbarger? Sure. Off you go. Have fun, you three. Enjoy the barbecue. Alright, we've also got some people that we can hire. Look at this. Lee Song has 250 professionalism, and you gotta love that. So let's hire him for Shift A, because we're about to lose a bunch of people on Shift A. And we can also hire Detective. Now, I feel like I already have Dennis Wolf. Yeah, look at this. Give me your info. Douglas Wolf. Well, we're gonna hire Dennis Wolf, his twin brother. That's exciting. Ah, okay, cool. A little bit of family here. Never hurts. So, or we could hire Ruby Sims. But I think let's get the twins in. I like that. And let's hire him. Who needs detectives? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So great. He's gonna work with his twin brother on shift B. That's exciting. We're gonna have some twins going out there and getting work done. But first, we've got some drug sales. An old man complained that a suspicious guy was lurking around his apartment building. He doesn't live here. I know the faces of all of my neighbors. This guy is selling drugs. I don't think I buy it. So we're gonna send. Let's send Jenkins. And we're going to send Adams out as well. And how about Castile? I think 3 should be fine. It's close to the police station, so it shouldn't take too long for them to handle it. And yeah, they'll get out there. They'll do whatever. We've got the crime trap now, and this has got to be Kojak, Robbins, and Chavez. You know, I don't really feel bad about this. Kojak, you've been a real asshole. Telling the feds about the serial killer. Robbins and Chavez talking about me behind my back. Will not fly, Robbins and Chavez. It will not fly. So, I will see you never. Say goodbye, everybody, because you're never going to see any of these people again. Isn't that great? Alright. Drug sales. Yeah, didn't have any drugs. He was just waiting for his girlfriend. So that's fine. Come on back, and I'm sure we'll find a good place to use you over the course of the day. I want to get this group a little boosted up. I'd like to get Little boosted up some. Okay, and they're all dead. Thank you, Mafia. Much appreciated. And unfortunately, I can't hire anybody else until tomorrow. That's kind of a bummer, but not a huge deal. We've still got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cops on duty. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. We've got plenty of space to be moving around. We do have an arson happening right now. Well, we had an arson that happened and we're investigating, so hopefully we'll get that done today too. Alright, assault with a deadly weapon. A man attacked a salesgirl at the flower shop when she refused to give him a bouquet of roses on credit. Eyewitnesses report that the man struck the poor girl with a pistol and started to choke her with packing tape. All the while, he kept yelling, "I just want to be treated like a human." What a poor baby. Okay, this sounds like a job for... Let's see. Let's get Little out there. Mazza, Coleman, and Castile, off you go. All right. They're going to go handle this situation. We've still got lots of great cops for whatever horrible things happen next. And something will happen. You got to know that. This is Freeburg. The other thing is that, like, I've already played this day. You know, I lost the recording. So I kind of know some... You know, some stuff that's not gonna be a real crime, stuff that's gonna be hoaxes. And this is definitely not one of them. A hostage situation at the ice arena. An armed man wearing what looks like an explosive vest is standing next to an attraction, demanding that the dangerous stuff be dismantled and removed. Park visitors and their children are trapped by the Ferris wheel, on the Ferris wheel, and the offender is refusing to let them leave. So we're gonna send Little, Trevor, Mazza, Coleman, Castile, Adams. How about Jenkins as well? And then we're also going to send the SWAT team. That should be fine. That should be fine. The ice arena also is not far at all, so this shouldn't be a problem. They'll get there. They'll stop this crazy terrorist, and they'll come on back, and they'll have their coffee, they'll have their donut, and they'll be happy little policemen. And that's my goal as the police chief. I want all my policemen to be happy little policemen, unless they have wronged me, in which case I want them to be dead little policemen. Well done, everyone. Great job. Okay. An abduction in the suburb. Felipe Santos said his former business partner, together with 3 armed accomplices, broke into his house and demanded money. Santos couldn't pay, keeps all his cash in the bank, so they kidnapped the man's wife and their infant and took them to an abandoned house on the outskirts of the burbs. They ordered him to return with the money within 3 hours. His name is Rafael Souza. We created the company 3 years ago. Business was lousy, so he blackmailed me after the first year and forced me to buy him out for a huge sum of money. Now he's found out that the business turned around. He wants even more. Now, I'm going to wait for these folks to get back, because I think I want to send SWAT out to help there as well. This is a legit kidnapping, man. The lives of a woman and child are in danger. And I will not have that in my fair city of Freeburg. A hotel manager saw some people dragging a limp body from one of the rooms. Now they're tearing the room apart, looking for something. Vandal, Caddy, Anderson, go check it out. And everybody's back. Let's just send everybody but the everybody but the snitch, I guess. Off you go. Now, you know, although I have played this day, I don't remember everything that happens. So hopefully, I will have cops back home for anything terrible that could potentially happen, because they're kind of going a long way right now. We've got a report on the arson. Great. Investigation complete. All right. Ms. Ayers, a nurse, says she was about to go home when the building suddenly lost power and it got really quiet. I heard a muffled noise like a little clap from down the street. The building had about 10 employees. I didn't notice the smoke at first, and when I saw the fire, I began to yell, but it was too late. Some people didn't make it out. Sylvia James, a doctor, says, at the time of the tragedy, I should have already been home. I was just leaving, and I ran into Ronald Sherman on the street. He's the ex-husband of one of our patients who decided to not have her child after she consulted with the Freeburg Birth Control Union. After that, Mr. Sherman openly quarreled with his wife. I understand he beat her, and later they divorced. Since then, he's come to our offices several times, and on the evening of the fire, he was standing across the road wearing a large backpack. He made a point of walking past me, and he muttered something in the spirit of "burn in hell, bitch." I thought how close I was already to hell if people could wear such ugly red sweaters. I think we can solve this. So, first things first, he's standing outside the hospital. He shuts off the power. He lights up his gas can, and he throws it in the hospital. Great. All right. Now, again, I've already done this, so of course I was able to solve it. Now, the big thing is that Case is not in today, so we're going to have to go pick him up tomorrow. So it's not a big deal if our officers don't get home in time for it. All right. Homicide in the motel. There are people shining flashlights in the room, and the voices of the perpetrators are raised. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. That's the title of the game. The criminals are confused. One has a knife and the rest have flashlights. There's a body on the floor covered in stab wounds. We have you surrounded. Drop everything and reach for the sky. Nice work, officers. Great job. Vandal has just been a force of consistency ever since we started this game. Thank you so much, Vandal. A man with a gun in his hand is smoking on the porch of the abandoned house. We're going to arrest him and go inside. The music inside the house is pumping loudly. 3 armed men are sitting at a table playing cards, and in the corner there's a frightened woman with a child. We're going to rush the men, and we've done it. SWAT team handled everything, and our officers performed some great support and all get a nice little boost to their professionalism. Great job, officers. Great job. The end of the day should be coming up very shortly, and we'll just be able to continue right on our merry way and move on to the next day. I like that. Okay. I've also already played this day, but once again, it's been a while. Robbins, you dead. Kojak, you super dead. And Chavez, next time, well, there won't be a next time because you're dead. Anyway, off we go. Let's end the day. And we do have a cutscene here, so we'll just let that happen.
Boyd here. And I hope you have a hell of a good reason for calling me in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I'll call you back later.
No, wait. You're the girl from the prosecutor's office. Lana, right?
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, Mr. Boyd. The first thing Mrs. Bloom told me about you is that you almost never sleep. I don't sleep too much either, so I thought I'd call you and apologize for last time.
But it wasn't the last time, was it?
Well, I've been going over our conversation in my mind, and I realized how stupid I sounded. You're the chief of police, and there's a strange girl calling you, saying she'll be the next city prosecutor, just to share the news, I guess. I must have sounded crazy.
Not so crazy as you imagine, Lana. When I learned I was going to be police chief, my parents were already dead, and my only friend was working 1,000 miles away from Freeburg. Wife and kids were relaxing on a distant island in the middle of the ocean. Took me 6 hours to get a hold of them. But I had to share the news with someone, or I would have gone mad. All the more because I was surrounded by 6 cops who figured they were ahead of me for the job. I figured you were feeling about the same.
It's like you're reading my mind. Now I'm like an outcast here. Most of them still think that Mrs. Broom was joking or trying to show her deputies that she's in charge of appointing her successor. But I know it's no joke.
For some reason, I didn't doubt it, Lana.
That's probably why I'm calling you. I know it's selfish. I'm sure your wife isn't too keen on girls calling you at night.
My wife and I, well, we're not living together. Maybe I'm the loneliest man in town, and that's why you called, to talk to someone even lonelier than you, huh?
Awkward silence.
Lana?
You know, Mr. Boyd, maybe I'm an idiot, but until this moment, I didn't realize how lonely I am.
Well, you're in luck, because now you can call me anytime. But if you do, you'll have to call me Jack.
Jack? It'll take more than one phone call to get used to that.
Well, we're not in a hurry, are we?
Getting pretty personal there, Jack.
True.
Ooh, and that was a nice little true there. Love is in the air. Uh-oh, love is in the air. All right. I don't know if they're going to get together. In fact, I think that she's probably going to get killed by the dentist, which sucks. Okay. Cops are all super happy with me now. Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta love it. All right, the Golden Bird says that 44% of Freeburg believes that homosexuality is contagious. Oh, wow. Wow, aren't you smart, Freeburg? 44% of you. Geniuses. The Freeburg Tribune says a boutique sale has invited a stampede. In September, a shopping stampede. That is no good. I'm not excited for Christmas then. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper says that an authentic uniform of a German general named Karl Wolf, was discovered in the city dump. What a find. What a treasure. Let's go to work. Are we going to have another cutscene here on our way in? No, we are not. Bonds. His dog died and he's depressed. Okay, Bonds. Go home. Asano, you're drunk. Go home. Everybody else is good. So let's start the day. And we're going to have some new cops to hire today because we've got 3 dead ones on our hands. Well, not on our hands. We buried them. Or they're getting buried this morning at least. But it also looks like the serial murder has struck today. We got our $107 for the week. That's fucking ridiculous. No money at all. All right, funerals. See you later, everybody. Oh, those were the ones that I gave the bodies away for. All right. Our friend sent us a share from the sale of jewelry. Everybody's happy with me, so I'm taking it all. And we've got the serial murder. We're going to send out our crummiest and SWAT. And then for this arson, I know we need to go to the hotel. That's where Mr. Sherman is staying. We're going to send 2 solid cops, Tsubaki and Reed, to take care of that. Even though we don't have SWAT, I think we'll be okay. We've got, like, the best detective in the world on it. Okay. Samuel Williams, you're hired. You're hired for Shift B. I think we could use a couple more for Shift B. Let's get Joshua Smith on Shift B, too. And let's get Antonio Lazzarini on Shift A. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in on short notice. I appreciate it. All right, we've got, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 10 active cops today. That should be plenty. We should be fine. Let's, as long as we can catch this arsonist, we'll be in real good shape today. So, again, this is a day I've already played. So when the serial murder stuff comes up, it's going to go super fast. Look at this. Alright, Jack. I'm so glad you've lived up to my expectations and accepted the rules of the game. So far the feds are chasing their own tails, but you're following the trail of coins I've left for you. Feel how they're still warm to the touch? You're getting close. Sorry about your detective. I was just so excited to try out my new trap, but I swear it will never happen again. Okay. So, this is a lady dumping treasures on top of a lamb from a cornucopia. The treasure is the important part here, because the treasure says we need to go to the bank. So, again, let's send our worst, as well as SWAT, because we have to go out there and find the clue. We caught the offender in the arson. That's super great. Look at all the bonuses that we get for our detectives. And there has been a robbery at the Coinstitution 2000 arcade. A group of teenagers cleaned out a video rental cash register while the owner, Bruno Boyce, was occupied in the back room. A store employee recognized one of the robbers, a regular at the arcade room. Scanlon? Oscar Peterson? Go take care of it. All right. I want to get Assman leveled up here. Asman, or Assman, as I so lovingly call him. Norisman. No Rasman. Assman, that's his name. His name is Assman, and I want to get him leveled up because he's got 2 chevrons, which makes him really, really useful. So I want to use him as much as possible today if I can. All right, we've got Tsubaki back. That's great. The serial murder. We found a little toy car. Isn't it cute? All right, great. All right, a teenager fitting the description of the offender is playing alone. Let's confirm with the manager that it's the right kid. And Scanlon and Oscar Peterson have taken care of it. Nice work, boys. Great work. Now, it seems that, and this has happened today, Asami, I think, one of our best officers, keeps coming into work drunk, and I have to send her home, and that sucks. I'm gonna promote her next time, because they said the promotion sometimes help them clean up their act, and she's a good officer, and I think that she needs a promotion. So next time I get a chevron, it's going to her. Alright, but there's an armed robbery at the riverbank. What a pun. So good. The silent alarm just tripped at the Riverbank Central Branch. It appears that 4 to 6 armed robbers have stormed the bank and locked themselves inside. There are 15 visitors inside with them, along with dozens of bank employees. All right, we got to send the winners out here. So Purdy, Reed, Higgins, O'Sullivan, McSparkle, Assman, SWAT. Go take care of it. We've got Tsubaki and Forbes, a quality team, left behind in case we've got something small that happens. Which is very, very important. We got to cover all the crimes, man. I've missed out on a handful of crimes since we've started. Like this, like a fight at the Ice Prince Cafe. 15 hooligans burst in, broke the furniture into splinters, wounded the manager, and beat another young man. A man armed with a gun was at the scene. He fired a warning shot, but the hooligans only laughed and continued their rampage. They're destroying everything in the area. I think 4 officers will probably be enough to handle that. If we need more, hopefully we'll get some back if they need backup. But I think the bank is a little more important than some hooliganism. So the bank has been handled. Big boosts to everyone there. I'd also like to promote O'Sullivan if I could, because she also just misses work, like, all the freaking time. Oh, they handled it. Great work, everybody. You handled 15 people, all by your lonesomes. Oh, so good. Okay. Great. That was kind of unexpected, actually. I didn't expect them to succeed so easily. Yeah, if I could promote O'Sullivan, maybe she'll clean up her act too. But Asami or Asamo, what the hell is her name? Asano, is definitely going to need a promotion. So she stops coming into work drunk. She'll take her job more seriously. And she'll be one of my best officers, if not my best officer. Alright, there's a terror threat at the city center. The police intercepted a radio signal similar to the kind used by terrorist cells. They appear to be preparing a terrorist attack on Freeburg. The radio can only catch short snatches of dialogue. It sounds like 2 cells, codenamed Green Snake and Jupiter, are going to use something they're calling the Prophet's Hammer to make a giant explosion. Now, I know that this is not real, having played this day before, so I'm just not going to send anybody out. Something else may or may not happen, but hopefully something else will happen, because I want to send these cops out, man. I want to get them better. I want to have the best cops in the world. Freeburg will sport the best cops in the world, including Jack Black here, one half of Flight of the Conchords. This person. All right. See, it was a toy radio. No sign of attack. All right. And it's almost midnight. Here we go. Drug sales indicator. An owner of a small grocery reports that teenage drug pushers are always hanging around the corner outside his shop. I'm tired of calling in. You cops never do anything. The disappointed man then abruptly hung up. Assman. Reed and Oscar Peterson. Go scope it out. Go find that drug dealer and make that store owner happy. And he might even give you some candy or a free soda or something for your trouble. How would you like that? I know you'd like it, Oscar Peterson, you fat bastard. Okay. Anything else going to happen today? It's almost 2 a.m. That means the end of the day and nothing. Nothing, I tells you. Nothing. All right. Assman, Reed, and Jack Black handled it. Nice work, everybody. And we found some cocaine. Let's have the Mafia sell it. And end the day. Great. Great, great, great. That was so good. Okay. That's fine. Everybody should be happy. And we've got another cutscene. My goodness.
Boyd,
Well, finally, Jack. I've been dying to reach you these past 2 weeks, but I thought I should give you some time to recover your strength. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
better
Chris,
than
can I
ever,
call you
Mr.
Chris?
Sand, touched by your concern.
Well, I hope this doesn't sound too sentimental, Jack. But while you were laying in a coma, I thought about our last meeting many times. It was such a fascinating conversation. You said it yourself. You're a true hunter.
I think you said that,
No,
Christopher
Mr.
Sand.
Sand, it was you who said
Yes,
that.
yes indeed, Jack.
Was it?
Good memory.
It doesn't
Oh, maybe
matter.
he's got
What
Alzheimer's
is
or
important?
something.
Kendrick told me a lot about you, Jack. But I suddenly realized that he didn't give me the whole story. Why is it you only want half?
What are you talking about?
Well, why is it you only want to make half? Not a whole million, just half. Not 100,000, but 5. It's a very specific figure. How did you arrive at that number?
Well,
Carefully
I was
and after
looking
a
at
lot of
house
thought.
A couple hours outside of Freeburg, down the river. I figured to buy it, move the family, and set everything up, I'd need right around 500,000. It's not my style to take more than I need.
Ah. I must admit, Jack, I imagined all sorts of reasons, but none of them were close to the truth.
Are you disappointed, Mr. Sand?
No, not with you, Jack. Quite the contrary. I respect you even more.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Sand. But now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go home and get some sleep.
Of course, Jack. I just...
And Jack hangs up on Christopher Sand, downs a couple of pills to relieve his stress, and then, wait for it, look at this, man. That's a lot of prescription bottles down in there. I hope that Jack still has some pills left that from the doctor, because he is just walking a fine line here, I think. We don't want Jack to OD, that's for sure. Anyways, everybody, that's where we're going to end it today on day 69, am I right? We're going to end it there. So thank you so much for watching. You know I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. I'll see you around. I will see you next time. I can't wait to play more This Is the Police, and I can't wait to do it with you. Have a great day. Bye.